It is now 7 o'clock. We will begin the regular meeting for the Board of Mayor and Aldermen for October 1st, 2013. We do have a quorum, and tonight the prayer would be by Alderman Waldron, and Alderman Green, you will be in charge of the pledge.
Stand. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we stand here before you with bowed heads and humble hearts. Thank you, O great God, for giving us your only Son, Jesus. Guide and give us strength to the people that has suffered great loss in fire, wind, and rain across the country. We're asking you to be with the men and women that is serving us here and around the world to keep us all safe. Be with the ones in need and struggling in difficult times. Thank you, Lord, for another good day on Mother Earth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I hope everyone had the opportunity to read over the minutes for September the 3rd, the public hearing, and the regular meeting. Do I have a motion to approve or to deny those minutes?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next, we will have our department reports. Fire Department.
Mayor, Alderman, apologize for the attire. We caught a little run right beforehand, so I didn't have time to change. But for the month of September 2013, we had a total of 139 calls. Those calls consisted of 3 structure fires, 15 fire alarms, 2 grass fires, 2 hazardous materials calls, 21 motor vehicle accidents, 81 medical calls, 11 emergency miscellaneous calls, and 4 non-emergency miscellaneous calls. The average response time for the month of September 2013 was 3.6 minutes, and total water consumption for the same month was 1,300 gallons. Any questions?
Questions? Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Police Department.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Alderman, the report is there in front of you. There are some things for the month, and then especially the year-to-date portion that continue showing some decreases in some specific areas, and it's continuing to look pretty good. We did have an event right before the meeting, right before the 6:30 public hearing, involving a 9-month-old child that we lost, and LPD, fire, and EMS were all there. Looks like it was natural from what they see up front to begin with, but we'll know more about that later. Any questions on the report?
Any questions?
Last month, we had gold ribbons on all of our cars. This month, we'll have pink ribbons on all of our cars, and you'll see our small banners we got last year there in front of the police department. October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I dare say there's probably not a single person in this audience, adults anyway, who don't know someone or about someone who has contended with this dreaded disease. Many of them very successfully, some of them not so successfully. But I'm going to give each of you a pink ribbon to put on your respective vehicles, and would ask everybody in here to do the same so that we remind one another continuously of the impact that this disease has had on many, many lives in our community here in Laverne, not just in the state and in Rutherford County and across our great nation, but here in Laverne as well. Any questions?
Chris and I got the memo. We've got our pink on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you. Next, we have rescue.
Mayor, Alderman. Our monthly report of September, we had 19 vehicle accidents, 1 traffic, 62 other. Our average time was 6 minutes. Our administrative and training, we had 4 business meetings, 8 public relations, and 12 other. A total of 106. Total miles is 1,555, and our total man hours is 1,593. Do y'all have any questions?
Yeah, you have to explain what each one of these were.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. But this is Justin's first time to give us a report, and we do welcome
ma'am.
you, and we're just aggravating you. You did a fine job.
Me.
Thank you. He caught us off guard, didn't he? He was ready to give them. Good job, Justin. Codes Department.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Alderman. The September 2013 monthly report is single-family dwellings, there were 3. There were 3 commercial permits issued, 8 miscellaneous permits issued, 3 signs permits, and 1 grading, 2 other permits to include remodels and additions. There were 2 commercial plan reviews. Total number of permits were 20 for the month. Plumbing permits were 3, single-family, 1 commercial. Mechanical were 3, 1 commercial. Complaints called in this month for the municipal codes enforcement were 197 for tall grass. Junk cars in the yards were 22, others 50. There were 90 building inspections performed, 10 fire inspections performed with a total of 159 on the year. Monthly revenue with impact fees was $116,872.93. Total number of single-family permits issued year-to-date are 31. This same time period last year was 32. Any questions?
Any questions?
One other thing I want to bring up to you this afternoon or this evening, in the next coming months, I'm going to bring to you the proposed 2012 code adoption. As soon as we get the final draft prepared, the other jurisdictions throughout the county, including Murfreesboro, Rutherford County, Smyrna, and Eagleville, we'll present something to Mr. Cope for his review and either adopt it as amended or adopt it as it's written. It'll be entirely up to this board how they want to pursue that. I will include you in any. There'll be some builder meetings with contractors and codes departments around the county. I'll include y'all in those emails when I start receiving them as when those meetings will occur. If any one of you would like to attend. We're hoping to have this ready for adoption by the end of the year, 1st of January, and we'll implement it in the spring. That will give the suppliers a chance to delete from their inventory goods and materials that will no longer be used nor accepted, and to, in some cases, if it's amended, to get materials in that they'll need moving forward. So I'll have something for you by the end of the year. In the next couple of months, there'll be some emails you'll get from me and some remarks here at this meeting that will show you that we're moving forward and getting ready to. We're at that point where we have to adopt the 2012. So just be prepared for that. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Parks and Recreation.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Alderman, there are numbers for the last month, and it has been a really busy month. We're trying to catch our breath up there. It's been a good month, though. $4,448 in total revenue. Our numbers are up on everything. It's been, like I said, it's been a really busy month. We got a Parks and Rec Advisory Committee meeting at 6 p.m. on October 21st, Senior Advisory Committee meeting on Thursday, October 17th. And we got the Trail of Treats coming up at the end of the month. So I think I sent an email to everybody. Anybody interested in setting up tents and booths and coming and passing out candy, it'll be from 2 to 4 on the 26th. And it's always a lot of fun. So we hope to see all of y'all there. Any questions?
Questions? Thank you, AC. Finance.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Alderman. Tonight's financial report represents our first 2 months of fiscal year 13-14, ending in August the 31st. In our general fund, expenses have exceeded revenues by approximately $1 million. Our local sales tax, we've collected approximately $697,000. That's $47,000 better than what we budgeted and approximately $67,000 better than prior year. In the state street aid, expenses have exceeded revenues by approximately $52,000. And in the stormwater fund, revenues have exceeded expenses by approximately $82,000. In the water sewer fund, revenues have exceeded expenses by approximately $346,000. On the second page is our balances in our various bank accounts. In the final page is a comparison to prior year. As compared to prior year, revenues are up, revenues are down $126,000 and expenses are up $220,000 for a net income loss of $346,000. And in the water sewer fund, the net income is down $2,000. Any questions?
Any questions? Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.
Library.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Aldermen. Well, September's attendance in the library was more than 8,300, with just under 8,500 items being checked out. Almost 2,700 people using our computers, and more than 2,100 people attending our 49 programs that we offered this month. So we had a very busy month at the library. September was our kickoff for our children's story times and our teen and adult programs for the new school year. And in addition to all of the different programs that we normally offer, we added 2 new programs this year that were very successful for our first month. One was the Lego Club, that the boys and girls have just had a great time at and are looking forward to that as we continue that through the year. That's being held 2 different Monday nights at 5:30. And then we have an adult crafting time that we added this year called Strings and Things. And our first one of those was last night, and there were a number of people that showed up at that. So we're looking forward to those 2 successful programs. We also offered a Medicare seminar earlier in the month, and then a Laverne history program. We're so appreciative that this past Saturday, we had Mr. A.C. Puckett come to the library and offer that program. He, of course, is the former postmaster and mayor of Laverne, and so we really appreciated him presenting that program for us. In addition to all of the regular programs that we'll continue on in October with, we are scheduled our very popular Grow Scrub, which we have every year. And yes, the food looks very nasty, but it tastes great. And all the boys and girls love to come to that. So that's going to be on October the 25th. We're also going to be adding a few new things to that, and one of which will be a pumpkin carving little contest that we'll be having as well. We will be participating in the Trail of Treats that AC just spoke of, and there will also be a teen Halloween costume party on October the 19th. During the week of October the 21st through the 25th, we are going to show a documentary every night on the Trail of Tears, which is the Cherokee path that was taken as they were moved from Georgia, Tennessee area and sent into, the Western territories. So we're going to commemorate that and look at that with 4 different nights of a documentary film about that. That's October the 21st through the 25th in the evening. And that is the end of the report. Any questions?
Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Water treatment.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Alderman, Bruce. We have as our report for August of this year. And it's all I'm going to hit on a couple of the high points. We put it in a new format so we can maybe get a few more of the written word across instead of so much of the verbal. But some of the big points, the plant reclaimed 7.3 million gallons of the wastewater this month, or in August, from the membrane unit to put back into service and saving the Metro sewer fees of a little over $13,000. Our flushing program's going well. We're revisiting some sites. The main reason for flushing is to equalize the chlorine and keep the water fresh. We're having some problems at some of the distant lines in the city. Our maintenance for August was a little over $2,100 for the month, so it left us $28,640 for the remainder of 5 months of the budget maintenance year. On our technical issues, we found with customer service, we've been visiting, for pressure calls. We've helped people just their pressure control valves stick. We give them some education on that and try to help them out. Severn Trent is sponsoring, I guess, or setting up October as our customer service month. So we really want to get out there and do some things with the customers. Education is the biggest part. Some things we have no control over. We had one customer had blue water in August. So we sent a couple of our guys out. Got to the problem of that. It was just a couple of issues that happened all at once. Maybe a little bit a defective valve that he had. But our main thing is to educate the people on it. Safety this month at the plant, Severn Trent comes up with KPI, key performance indicators, where we tax the employees of finding one safety issue a month. And that just makes them aware of things that are around them. They see something that's out of line, they fix it immediately. Other than that, we have 4 people going to take tests next month. 2 in operations, 2 for distribution. They're going to do some cross training. But that's about all I have. Construction is going to get started next Monday. They're coming all back. They took the time off. That's part of on the consent agenda for the time order on it. I think they'll be finished up, they're saying, by the mid-December. We're hoping.
Excellent. Excellent. Any questions? Thank you, Thomas. Public Works.
Good evening, Mayor and Alderman. This is the report for the month of September. In the street department, we had 680 chipper pickups. We hauled a total of 38 loads of about 100 tons. We had 511 workhouse man hours from the workhouse, and then 308 on the weed eating. I think there's a mistake there. In the street department, we had 30 or 67 overtime, 30 of that being on call. 2 of it was service calls. 35 of it was Old Timers Festival. Fleet department, we had 52 in-house, 46 were major, 17 were minor. Our oil changes are picking up from the city vehicles. I think we've done about 6 of our own, or 12 in-house. And that is about it. Also, I'll be doing the sewer. Utilities tonight, too. Any questions? For the sewer department for the month of September, they had 73 work orders, 3 grinder pump inspections. On total overtime hours of 69. And in the water department, they had 47 work orders, had 167 one-calls that they responded to, like 7,125 gallons not sold, and 27.77 or 27.75 overtime. And he did want me to tell you that for their wins, I guess, for the month, they've installed 4 new fire hydrants. And then also on Madison Square and on Nashville Highway, they have repaired them. So that's 5 back in working order. That's all I got.
Any questions? Thank you, darling. Human Resources.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Aldermen. The report is as follows. We had 3 external jobs posted with 101 applicants. Actual new hires, 11. 7 of those were new police officers. 4 will be going to the academy next week. We actually had 2 employees who were promoted, and we had 30 job interest cards, and they were in the area of police, public works, and parks and rec. Employee resignations, 0. Happy to report, 0 employee terminations. Worker comp claims, 3. Liability claims, 3. There were a total of 75 care here appointments with 4 no-shows, and we actually had 515 dependent claims and 428 employee claims, 1 short-term disability claim and 1 long-term disability application. Family dollars totaled $75,477. Single claim dollars, $76,000, $869, excuse me. And total claims, $152,346. Are there any questions about the Human Resource Report?
Any questions? Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you.
All right. Now to the fun stuff. Well, our employees are going to have to come behind royalty tonight because we do have royalty in the house. And we're going to start by introducing our 2013 Miss Laverne Royalty. We're going to start with our little Miss Laverne for 2013, Miss Lindy Hampton. Come on up. You get to stand up here with me. Our young Miss is Miss Sarah Bashari. Am I saying that correct? Yay, Sarah. Now, not only this year, we made history in Laverne. We have a pair of sisters. And our first being our junior Miss for 2013, Miss Maddie Smith, who was also our very first young Miss for Laverne. So we've got some history going on here, people. Ain't that right, girls? Now, our lovely Miss Laverne for 2013, Miss Anna Grace Smith. These ladies will be representing us this entire year. They will be in the Christmas parade, a lot of the grand openings that we have. We keep these girls very involved. And Ronnie, quit aggravating Lindy. These two together are trouble. But we do keep them very involved, and this is one thing that we find that the Miss Laverne pageants have done for this city is getting these girls involved in the community. And we're very, very proud of them, and we'll be seeing a lot of them. Anybody having grand openings and would like for these girls to be in attendance for the ribbon cuttings, if you will let Kathy Tyson, myself, or Harley Taylor know, give us some dates, and we will certainly get with the girls and their manager moms and see if they can be in attendance. But girls, thank y'all so much for representing us so well. Thank you. Isn't she sweet? Thank you, girls. She's so cute. Next is our Employee of the Month. And again, I'd like to remind everybody, the Employee of the Month is chosen by their peers. They're not just randomly selected. Their peers make this decision. And I think it's such an honor that your peers see the great work that you're doing in this community. And he's mad at me, and he's already threatened me. And but Mr. Garland works very, very hard for this city. He answers every call himself. If you contact Garland, he will call you back. If you email Garland, he will email you back. If anyone happens to call up here, we relay the message. It's in no time that he doesn't get back with the citizens. He cares for this city. He loves this city. And I think you can see that through the work of him and his department. His department is behind him 150%. They work very, very hard. And it's an honor for Mr. Garland Russell to be our Employee of the Month. The City of Laverne Certificate of Appreciation is hereby granted to Garland Russell. For your dedication and hard work for the City of Laverne, the city hereby recognizes you as the Employee of the Month for October 2013 and thanks you for the excellent work you do for the City of Laverne. Thank you, Garland, very much for all you do. Chief, I think you're next. Okay. I'm coming. Okay. Need me to.
If I don't turn that on, Jerry will fuss at me because he says he can't hear me. One of the things that you will hear me say all the time is that there's no way in the world that the police department can see and hear or know about everything going on in the city. So we depend on citizens. We depend on the community members to let us know things that are going on. When 9/11 hit, one of the things that we began hearing over and over that we in emergency services as a whole began saying is, if you see it, tell it. We have to know. We would much prefer to get a phone call and it not be anything rather than not get a call and it be something, because we can respond. Now, there are a couple of folks that have been very, very dedicated. And a little over 2 years ago when I came here, there had been a lot of things happening in a community, in one neighborhood, and there were a lot of outside folks that were coming in and doing things. And there was a lot of work that went on there, a lot of communication between these folks and the police department and their neighbors and so on and so forth. But we want to recognize them tonight with a Citizen Service Award. And Cherie, would you bring Miss Gwen and Mr. Marshall up with you?
You get to be in center.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Miss Gwen, Miss Gwendolyn, and Marshall Anthony are being presented the Chief Citizen Service Award tonight. If the Laverne Police Department had 100 patrol officers, there is no way our eyes and ears could be everywhere at the same time. The citizens of our community who are involved in their respective neighborhood watch programs and who encourage others to become involved in our efforts to prevent crimes are so important to all of us. Ms. Gwen, Mr. Marshall, you continuously, quote, watch over, end quote, the citizens of Laverne in an effort to make your neighborhood a safer place for everyone. There is no doubt that your dedicated volunteer efforts have contributed tremendously to our efforts to reduce crime, injuries, and yes, even deaths in Laverne. And for this, we say thank you. It is my honor to present you this Chief's Citizen Service Award on behalf of the Laverne Police Department and our appreciation for all you all do. Thank you. Here's your couple of pens to take with you. All so you can write that down every time you call me. Or Sheree, or the mayor.
She keeps us on our toes, don't you, Miss Gleason? Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for loving the city. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, the fun stuff's over. Now down to work. Old business for tonight, second reading, ordinance 2013-17, an ordinance to adopt a schedule of fees for the release of public information for the city of Laverne. We did discuss this at great length. This is just some cleanup from MTAS. We are not changing our fees whatsoever.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next, we have our consent agenda items. Again, we discussed these at great length at the workshop. No one requested to have anything pulled, so do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is the first reading, ordinance 2013-18, an ordinance to amend Title II, Chapter 6 of the Laverne Municipal Code by adding members to the Local Emergency Planning Committee. Again, we discussed this at great length of adding Smyrna Air,
Chief Joey
Johnson and
Chris Clark.
Chris Clark from Source.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Number 8, first reading, ordinance 2013-19. What'd I miss?
We're actually ready for number 7. You just did number 6.
I'm sorry. All right. I thought I just did number 7.
You did 7. You skipped 6.
Oops, sorry. Motion to appoint or remove board members, Local Emergency Planning Committee. We have 3 vacancies. And those are the ones that we just voted for, except for Public Works, and they are not quite ready to put someone on there. So do I have a motion to appoint Chief Joey Johnson for the Rutherford County Smyrna Airport Authority and Chris Clark from the Rutherford County SWORD team?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Do I
Second.
have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Sorry, guys. Number 8, first reading, ordinance 2013-19, an ordinance to amend the 2013-2014 general fund budget for replacement generators. Again, we discussed this at great length.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Number 9, Resolution 2013-21, a resolution to approve a nonprofit donation to the Roy Waldron School Drama Program.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion to approve, and I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Number 10, Resolution 2013-22, a resolution authorizing the City of Laverne to participate in the TML Risk Management Pool Driver Safety Loss Control Matching Grant.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Number 11, Resolution 2013-23, a resolution of the City of Laverne Board of Mayor and Aldermen to declare certain property owned by the city to be surplus to the city's needs and directing disposal of the same.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Motion to approve an application for a certificate of compliance for an off-premises consumption retail liquor store from Gary Patel to be located at 493 Waldron Road.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next, we have a motion to approve an agreement with Laverne Rescue Unit, Inc. to provide extrication services for the city of Laverne. Before I have a motion here, I would like to make a statement here. We have held, for the last 3 years, all emergency entities to a very high standard. We have a lot to do here, a lot that will be going on. We will be purchasing in the next year the fire department, so we have very, very high expectations from all emergency personnel. And it is their jobs to take care of this city and the citizens of this city to the very best of their ability. It is my opinion, the budget was passed in the end of June, took effect in July 1st. It is here October the 1st. And to me, this is changing the rules in the middle of the ball game. Now, for whatever reason this was not brought to the city prior to the budget, it was not. We've been working since the 1st of July under this impression. I do require, and I will put this in my motion, but I think at this time, I can't see changing the rules in the middle of the ball game. We have a lot of work to do in the next year. It's going to take every single emergency entity working together. If all plans and everything work through, there's going to be a place and a reason for everybody when this transpires. And every single one of us, some comments were made that I was not very happy with when I got the phone call. It is our job to put the citizens of Laverne first. And that should be our first priority, regardless of whatever we do, from emergency to the library to public works to the water treatment. It is our job to put those citizens first. So with that being said, I'm going to make a motion to accept this agreement, removing the statement regarding the gas, effective from October the 1st to June the 30th, 2014. That will give plenty of time between now, if it takes this long. This agreement needs to be done prior to, we start budget hearings in January. So all that are involved, I'm not involved with this, I think it goes to the LEPC board. It needs to start next month, if it's going to take us this long to get something in writing. But this is going to take everybody working together. And when they do work together, all I ask is that you put the citizens the first and foremost in your mind when decisions are being made. So that is my recommendation. We accept this contract, removing the verbiage regarding the gas.
Second.
I have a second.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
What the dates again is in your motion?
Which will be, it's being voted on tonight
Yes.
and goes through June 30th because of 2014.
Okay.
Because the new budget starts July 1.
Okay.
And that puts everybody, not just them, all of us, on notice that this needs to be done prior to budget.
Okay.
Any?
The only concern that I have is the months of July through September,
Okay,
because the previous contract expired at the end of June.
okay. Well, okay. How do I need to put that verbiage in there? Keep it October the 1st so we know when this transpired, but make it retroactive to July the 1st of 2014.
Be fine, yes, ma'am, to do that.
How's that?
Fine.
Because it does need to be well documented that when this was brought to council.
That's right.
So, okay. So everybody, any more questions? That was good. Excellent. Any more questions? Okay, we will do a roll call on this one. Alderman Broker.
Aye.
Alderman Waldron.
No.
Vice Mayor.
Aye.
Alderman Green.
No.
Y'all are taking, okay, let's go back over this. You're taking the gas away from them.
No, I think one of them.
Okay. I removed the statement that where we were going to take their gas. So if you vote no, you're wanting to take their gas.
Okay.
So is everybody clear on that? We're removing that clause stating that we're going to take their gas from them.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
I want them to keep their gas.
We're leaving it as is, because that was the clause that we said that they were asking to be removed, stating that we were going to charge them for gas. So in my motion, it's stating to remove that clause.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why I want to do a roll call. So let's start over, okay?
Okay.
Alderman Broker.
Aye.
Alderman Waldron.
Aye.
Vice Mayor.
Aye.
Alderman Green.
Aye.
And I vote aye. Motion carries. Number 14. Motion to approve proposal from Guardian for security at Veterans Memorial Park. This is putting security lights, or motion cameras, I'm sorry. Motion cameras all around the park.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. I was trying to get to my page. I've got all the information right there, the cost and everything. And like I said, we've already spent that on replacing windows. Okay, so I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. And I vote aye. Next is number 15, motion to approve interlocal agreement with the town of Smyrna to provide wastewater treatment services for the proposed Oliver Constable development on Blair Road. Bruce, have you got any further information on this?
No, nothing really new since Thursday's workshop.
Okay. So do we need to defer this until we haven't talked to them, letting them know the
Oh,
difference?
they're aware that we're
Okay.
considering again, and they're fine with it still.
That's what, okay, so that's what I
that-
want to make
yeah.
sure of. Okay.
Yeah, we knew that actually before the workshop Thursday.
Okay. All right. Again, let's review over this. I want to go
Yeah.
over this one more time with everybody. We did bring this, Kristen and I, at the Planning Commission workshop, requesting we want a gated community, and we thought that would be the perfect location for the gated community. It is going to be apartments with 1 meter or one meter that would be read to go to, that was in that sewer to Smyrna. We did vote against the 200 different meters, which would be 200 homes. But I think we've talked with Phyllis. We think the one meter we can handle because they know going into this. However, I would like to put some type of verbiage in there, Evan, where it is known that should Mr. Constable do this and sell this facility, they do understand that their sewer will be twice at the rate of what we charge our Laverne residents. So
You want that in that agreement?
Yes.
Okay.
So do I need to make a motion with that in there?
Yes, ma'am. I think probably the best thing to do is to make a motion to approve it, subject to my approval with the addition of the language you want added in there.
Okay. So I just made that
Kathy, you
motion.
can- yeah.
Kathy, did you get that?
Second. Second what Evan said.
We have it recorded. Excellent. So did everybody understand the motion I just made? Okay. We will do a roll call on this. Alderman Green.
Aye.
Vice Mayor.
Aye.
Alderman Waldron.
No.
Alderman Broker.
Aye.
And I vote aye. Motion carries. All right, guys, we're winding down.
Here we are.
Number 16, motion to approve or reject settlement offer, Waldron Road Widening Project, City of Laverne versus James D. Yarbrough / McDonalds.
Motion to deny.
I have a motion to deny,
Second.
and I have a second. We will do a roll call on this as well. Alderman Green?
Aye.
Vice Mayor?
Aye.
Alderman Waldron?
No.
Alderman Roper?
Aye.
And I vote aye. Motion carries. All right, we're down to Mayor and Alderman comments. Alderman Green, we'll start with you.
Okay. I don't know how many of you talked with the lady from Saks Fifth Avenue at Old Timers Day, but she gave me this information, and they are hiring, and they're hiring a lot of people. And they're, let me see when they're, Saturday, October the 12th, from 8 to 1 o'clock, they're having a job fair. And it says if you have any questions, you can contact them at 615-280-3200. So there's lots of, she told me they had lots of openings. So if anybody is in need of a job, that would be a good thing for them to go to.
Kathy, you might want to get that information, and we'll get that on the website as well. So be looking for that on our website. We will have that information for anyone that is interested. That's good information. Vice Mayor? Alderman Waldron?
I don't have anything other than, it's October, people, a good time people to check their chimneys, stovepipes, stuff for the winter. Other than that, I have nothing.
Alderman Roker? I have several quickly. We did have an officer, Officer Travis Wilson, who attended the motorcycle, now you help me if I get my words wrong, rodeo with other police agencies, and he brought us home first place.
Wow.
So if you see Travis out, Officer Wilson, please congratulate him. We were very proud of him for doing that. Next, our great announcement that I'm so honored to announce, Feed the Children has made Laverne their home. We will have grand opening on October the 22nd at 3 o'clock, Tech Park Drive. That's right off of Mason Road. We did meet with them today. They're so excited to be here. They're already working to get in touch with a lot of our churches. We've put them in contact with a lot of the groups that are working here to help our families here. And they're just a wonderful group. And please, all the council, please put that on your, everyone up here, all of our directors, please put that down. And October the 22nd, let's give them a good welcome home, if you will.
That's great.
Also, October the 10th at noon and at 6 o'clock here at City Hall, there is a non-profit group, and Kathy, I went blank on the Walker Society. I went blank, I'm sorry. They will be giving a free seminar here explaining the new Healthcare Act, how to go about looking up information on it, if you're uninsured, how you can become insured. I'm going to attend it because I have a lot of questions and I don't understand it. So
I don't think anybody understands
it. But we did tell them they were welcome to hold it here at the City Hall. Again, that's October the 10th. They'll be doing one at noon and then one at 6 p.m. here at City Hall. So again, I know there's a lot of questions out there. I think all of us have a question. So I think this may be a good time. Hopefully can get some answers. And yes. And it is a non-profit group and does this free of charge. And they did come to us and said we would be happy to give everyone information that we have on that. Other than that, everyone have a safe October, and we'll see you back here at the end of October for our workshop. Meeting adjourned.